Hey guys, this is Dwight from Poor Boy Artworks on YouTube. Today I am going to start off not doing a pour, but showing you how I mix my paints. I was on Facebook, one of the art pages last week, and I saw somebody comment that, we're used to seeing everybody do the pouring, but what does it take to put your paint together? So I'm going to do what I'm going to do for my paintings. I'm going to work on tomorrow, and I'm going to mix the paints tonight, and that way they can sit and some of the air bubbles can get out of it. I don't know if you can see, but there are air bubbles in the paint. So, so I did a practice run to make sure I have the right formula down for myself, but let me show you the colors I'm going to be using. The one I just mixed up is Deco Art Extreme Sheen Pink Tourmaline. I've never used this color before, and I figured let's just add a punch of color to the blues and the greens and the gold. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. I hope it might turn out like a galaxy pour. That's sort of what I'm thinking. But I'm going to do another dump and swirl. So one of the other colors that I have that I'm going to use is Deco Art, their metallics, White Pearl. It's sort of a grayish white. So what I tend to do is I shake it up. Of course, these are 2-ounce bottles. So I pour it in the cup right out of the bottle. I add just a little bit of water with my syringe here and then shake it up to get whatever's left inside out. And that tends to be nice. So pour that back in. Maybe keep it upside down, then more comes down to the bottom. So what I then tend to do is I tend to use Liquitex pouring medium. I just put a little drizzle in. This one's almost empty, so just like a little bit like that. And then I use Floetrol. This is my strainer. I strain my Floetrol. I don't know if you can see, but you can see all the gunk that comes out of it. So we want to avoid that getting into the painting. So these little cups I buy, they're like little medicine cups. They're 1 ounce each. So since the paint was 2 ounces, I'm going to do 2 of these little cups, 2 ounces of Floetrol in the paint. And then, let's see, we'll mix it up, and most likely I'll be adding some water. Now this is where I think I differ from some people. I've watched some people use very little water. I like my paints at a thinner consistency. I just think it flows better, and when I'm trying to do a dump and pour, it seems to work better. So if I can, I'll try to show you what it looks like with the pouring medium, both pouring mediums in there. I don't know if you can see it, can't tell how close, and it's quite thick. It leaves more of a mound, and I'm holding the stir stick up high, so I don't know if you can see. So what I do is I have just some purified water in a cup, an old cup with my old syringe, and I just inject water into it a couple of times, and just until I get it to the right consistency, and I'll show you what that might look like in just a minute, because it's going to take a little bit of time. So to tell you about tomorrow's pour, first I'm going to pour some in. I'm using a huge canvas. I'm using a 24 by 30, I believe, canvas. I just felt like going for something big, and I loved the last one that I did. It turned out really nice. It's still sort of drying, and I'll probably varnish it in the next few days. So let me just see. So I got it down to, it doesn't really mound, it just sort of goes in. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard for me to show you, and I apologize. But that's the consistency. It's a little bit thinner than honey. So the other colors I'm going to be using is the 24 karat gold, which I love, Deco Art Extreme Sheen, the Safire, again, Extreme Sheen Deco Art. I'm going to use amethyst, again, Extreme Sheen Deco Art. And last but not least, I'm thinking about trying antique bronze just to offset and add some difference in texture with the 24 karat gold. So I'm going to mix these other 4 up, and I'm going to stop the video. I hope that made some sense. And tomorrow, as long as everything goes well, I will be posting the video of the actual pour, then the time lapse of cells come up, and then a final walkthrough. And so you can find that on YouTube. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Dwight again. Okay, I've mixed all my paints, and I've prepped my canvas. This is a large canvas. It's a 24 by 30. It's one of the largest ones I've done in a while. I don't know why I'm going to attempt a dump and swirl. It's one of my favorite ways of painting. I don't know why. I think I like when the cells kind of pop up. So we're going to see what we can do tonight. Now, I have a lot of paint mixed, and my goal is to cover the canvas completely. Now, in the last little segment, I showed you how I mixed my paints. So I mixed all my colors tonight. So I have 24 karat gold, antique bronze, Extreme Sheen Deco Art. I have Extreme Sheen Pink Tourmaline. It's the first time I've used this color. And I have Deco Art Extreme Sheen Amethyst, and White Pearl, which is just a metallic of Deco Arts Americana, and then Extreme Sheen Metallic Sapphire. So bear with me as I get started here. I've double checked my paints, and they're pretty much of the same consistency. So this is going to be, I'm going to sort of pour them not in a puddle, but sort of around each other. I'm going to say it might also be like a galaxy pour, because I have a lot of color in here, and we'll see how it turns out. So I'm going to start with the blue in the middle. It's actually my favorite color. Then the White Pearl. Then I'm going to pour the Sapphire. And 24 karat gold. And then on the outside of that, some of the pink tourmaline. Actually, I'm going to do, let's see how I do this. I'm going to pour this on the outside. And then I have this antique bronze. Again, just going to pour it on the outside. a lot of paint. Okay, so sort of going to cover my corners. Because I have a lot of black paint I poured. And believe it or not, I'm going to use just a little bit more. Okay. Here we go. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Okay, well, let's see what we got here. Now I'm going to do something different. I have some blue left. Some white. And some purple. Okay. Actually, I have to say, I kind of like this. Sorry for the quietness. I wasn't quite sure what I was doing there for a minute. Still going to tilt it, stretch it out where I can. Okay. I'm actually thinking this looks kind of cool. First, I wasn't quite sure what I was getting myself into there, but abstract art is pretty cool. So you can see a lot of the red with the gold. I have some cells still coming up over here, the blue streak in here. I am going to leave this be. I'm going to keep it recording and we'll see what we get from it. And let's see. Let's make sure I get all the bubbles out. A lot of bubbles in here. I have one over here I see, but I can't quite get to. Let's see. Okay, guys. So, here we have it. Okay, it's looking good. So, let's step back. And just move just a little bit. Ooh, I am covered with paint. I actually like that. It's looking pretty good. Okay, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to put it. Okay guys, I'm back. I don't think a lot happened during the time-lapse part, but I wanted to take a look at this more close up. I have to say, I wasn't quite sure what I was expecting when I did this, but I actually like it a lot. I haven't used a different color like pink before, but I think it looks pretty good. Pardon me there, the jerking of the camera. with the gold and the blue, and I'm glad I have some black negative space. This is a large painting. It is, I think I said 24 by 30, so it's quite large, but I really think it turned out pretty good. So let me just move around and give you some close-up. I did sort of had some difficulty in the middle of this. I wasn't sure what I was doing. I'm sure we've all been in that place at some point. So I added some more paint and dumped it off, and I'm glad I did because I really do like this blue right there, and I'm glad I have some blue to complement that right off of the on the other side of the negative space. So I do have a lot of these cells with the pink, and you can see the gold is in most of the color. It's just prolific. So let me get up and walk to the other side of the painting here. Pardon my mess. So this is the other side of it here. Just a lot of cell action and a lot of color. Sort of a gradient. Darker up there. I do have to say I'm pretty pleased with this. I hope you like it as much as I do. I think if I do another one this size, the goal will be to use less color and more black. I use a lot of paint, and in the midst of doing that, I think I got a lot of coverage, but I think it turned out pretty good, and I'm hoping it dries pretty much as it looks right now. So thanks for watching, and you guys have a great evening, and we'll see you probably in a few days when I do a new one. Thanks.